Lately, you may have noticed an influx of the 14-inch models in our laptop reviews. 14-inchers are definitely trendy now, which doesn't come as a surprise considering that their features are ideal for an easily portable computer and an adequate comfort for the use on the go. Most of all, we mean the size of the screen, the quality of the built-in keyboard, and of course, the battery autonomy. Following the relevant trends, Lenovo, as one of the world's largest manufacturers of this type of devices, regularly updates its notebook models in this category. When you consider the fact that the AMD has finally started mass delivering the Ryzen 4000 Renoir mobile processor platform based on the Zen 2 architecture, there is no better introduction to our story today about the 14-inch version of the Lenovo IdeaPad 5, which features the latest generation AMD Ryzen 5 4500U APU processor with integrated Radeon Vega 6 graphics core. You might be wondering why this long-awaited platform is this late for the show. Firstly, AMD could not provide enough processors, and then the computer assembly plant in China were closed. Even once reopened, it took some time for the order to stop coming in, and probably for Lenovo to convince the local retailers that this new platform is good enough compared to Intel, which has long been the best and very often the only option. Today's IdeaPad 5 is a true classic with a shape and design that are unmistakably similar to that of the more expensive ThinkPad models. The case made of aluminum alloy and painted in graphite gray shade definitely instills confidence that such a computer will last a long time and be pleasantly cool during use. The dimensions are 32 centimeters in width, 21 centimeters in depth, and the chassis is only 2 centimeters thick. The weight of the device of 1.39 kilograms has pretty much become a standard for this class of computers. The screen on the IdeaPad 5 follows the current trends with thin side bezels of 4.3 millimeters and only slightly thicker top and bottom bezels. 90% of the front surface which the screen is a part of is occupied by a panel itself. That kind of format fits perfectly in the 16:9 aspect ratio. On the top bezel, you'll find the HD webcam with the lens shutter for those who want to be sure of their privacy, while the screen electronics are hidden behind the bottom bezel. The screen has an IPS panel with an anti-reflective coating and a resolution of 1920 by 1080 pixels and a 14-inch diagonal. The spec sheet shows screen brightness of 300 nits, which was even slightly higher in our measurements, which showed the value of 349 nits. This is an important detail since the competition so far in this price range had problems with lower screen brightness and therefore not very good screen visibility in daylight. The screen on the IdeaPad 5 is noticeably better than on the Acer and Honor 14-inch models we recently tested. The only thing we wish for was a better contrast, but overall the image quality is better than the direct competition we recently tested. The color display is unimpressive with only 55% coverage of the sRGB color gamut, though it is fine for everyday tasks and business applications, and some entertainment and online gaming. Although it has wide viewing angles, when viewed from the side, there is a noticeable shift in color brightness. The screen is connected to the base of the computer by a large central hinge that opens at the maximum angle of 140 degrees. In the zone around the hinge, there is a whole series of ventilation openings from when the air is expelled from the inside of the case so that it flows upwards over the entire surface of the screen. The central part of the laptop is occupied by the keyboard. Nicely shaped keys like those on the ThinkPad models have a slightly softer suspension but a longer key travel compared to the usual thin 14-inch laptops. The result is a much better feel of actuation, which makes it easier to type. We also really like the layout of the large backspace and enter keys, as well as the milky white 2-level backlight. The only objection we can make here is the dedicated power button, which is too small and thin with a not very good feeling of activation. Fortunately, right next to it is a light indicator that shows when the computer is turned on. A handy option to help overcome the need to use the power button is the flip to boot option, which is set in the BIOS of the device, which allows you to automatically turn on and boot the system as soon as you open the monitor. On both the left and right side of the keyboard along the edges of the laptop, there are zones with barely noticeable mesh openings behind which there are 2x2 watt stereo speaker system. The sound is clear and loud and at times a bit piercing due to the prominent high tones. For movies, YouTube content, and occasional gaming, we'd say it's good enough. The touchpad is just big enough not to get in your way, and on the other hand, it is easy enough to find without even looking. It is well positioned on the central part of the device so it stays away from the root of your thumb, which is ideal for typing. Under the fingertip, it is pleasantly smooth with only a minimal resistance of the finely textured surface. It is precise and fast with hidden left and right click keys in the lower left and right corners of the pad. The computer is not extremely thin with its 2 centimeters of thickness, but when viewed from the side, this notebook seemingly has a silhouette of a classic Ultrabook device. This is due to the fact that the bottom edges are beveled at a sharp angle, so it actually seems that the computer is standing slightly above the surface. This way, it achieves the illusion of thin dimensions and the necessary space inside the chassis, and at the same time, it is convenient to use. At the bottom of the chassis, there is a flat metal cover with a horizontal row of the vents. By disassembling it, you can access the interior in case you need to install a larger capacity SSD. On the right side, you'll find 2 standard USB-A connectors with first-gen USB 3.2 specifications that transfer data at the speed up to 5 gigabits per second. Right next to them is a memory card reader. On the opposite left side, there's another similar USB-C 3.2, which also acts as a power supply port for charging the computer's battery. At the same time, this port also supports the DisplayPort function, so combined with HDMI 1.4 port, it is possible to connect a total of 2 external 4K monitors through only 30 Hz refresh rate. There's also a combined 3.5mm headphone and microphone jack, as well as the Novo button placed in the small hole that lets you choose whether to enter the BIOS, boot menu, or Windows startup screen with options. Under the hood, we have a novelty that we've been expecting since the beginning of this year: AMD Ryzen APU 4000, better known under the codename Renoir. Specifically, this IdeaPad 5 uses a Ryzen 5 4500U processor with 6 Zen 2 cores that excludes the symmetric multi-threading option. The processor operates at a frequency range from base 2.3 to turbocharged 4 GHz. When running on battery, the processor reduces the operating frequencies and operates in 1379 to 2423 MHz range. Besides the CPU part, this APU processor also has a Radeon Vega 6 graphics core with 384 stream executive units and a clock speed of 1500 MHz. The graphics processor uses a part of the system memory and is in this case accelerated by the fact that the laptop uses RAM chips that run at 3200 MHz. Our IdeaPad 5 arrived pre-configured with 16 GB of dual-channel DDR4 3200 memory that is soldered to the board and cannot be expanded. We doubt that you will need more because this is quite enough even for a graphics card that takes a part of the memory, which in our case was precisely 512 MB. When it comes to data storage, this laptop comes with an M.2 SSD, a fast NVMe PCIe 4 version with a capacity of 512 GB. For those of you who like all the tiny details, the SSD is manufactured by Samsung and offers the maximum read values of 3 GB per second and data write speeds of 1.8 GB per second. Fast connection to the internet is provided by the latest 6th generation of Wi-Fi wireless cards based on the 802.11ax standard, more precisely the Intel AX200 controller. During the test, it was able to achieve quite impressive speeds with communicating with a standard 2-band AC router. We managed to reach over 100 megabytes per second on a gigabit optical connection, so the installation of some online games were done faster than by copying from the USB flash drive. Bluetooth 5.0 is also supported by this solution. The battery of IdeaPad 5 is a lithium polymer type with 57 watt-hours capacity and is integrated inside the interior of the computer. It is a bit higher capacity than usual for this class of laptops, since during our testing it proved to be quite long-lasting, providing almost 8 hours of interrupted operation without an external power source. Speaking of which, this model has yet another surprise. An external rapid charge 95-watt charger capable of charging as much as 80% of the battery in only 1 hour, which is clearly impressive given that it charges a 57 watt-hour battery in 75 minutes, while classic 65-watt adapters take up to 1 hour and 45 minutes to charge a 45 watt-hour battery. You can use the rapid charge option by activating it in the Lenovo Vantage software, which you can download for free from the Microsoft Store service, assuming you have a Microsoft account. Keep in mind that because this notebook arrives without Windows 10 OS and you need to install the Lenovo Vantage software tool later for the AC adapter to activate the fast charge function, otherwise it will work as a standard charger with a projected time of 2 hours to maximum battery capacity. You can also check the battery status when the computer is turned off by tapping any key, after which the information will appear on the screen. This option is included on the device BIOS. When it comes to performance, the AMD Ryzen 5 4500U shows a significant advantage over its similarly configured ThinkPad T14S we recently tested, based on the similar Intel Ultra Mobile platform and Core i5 10510U processor. It should be noted that these are primarily light portable devices and are not intended for demanding applications, but rather for some everyday tasks like internet, electronic correspondence, and office applications such as Microsoft Office. AMD Renoir is noticeably faster than the previous AMD Ryzen 3500U generation by an average of 25 to 30%. Compared to the aforementioned Intel, it is noticeably faster in tasks that use the maximum number of threads, because 6 physical cores are in a certain scenario such as music and video conversions up to 50% faster than the Core i5 10510U model. Same goes for data archiving, where the AMD Ryzen 5 4500U is dominantly faster than the Intel competition, recording 40 up to 50 shorter data compression times. If you need something done in Adobe Premiere, we should mention that the AMD APU 4000 series received support for hardware acceleration of exporting files to H.264 format in Premiere CC 14.2 and newer versions, so the difference becomes even more painful for the Core i5 10510K. Also, the difference is noticeable when you have a large number of open tabs in the internet browser and also perform some tasks simultaneously, such as charts and spreadsheets in Office 365 and playing YouTube content, since in such scenarios, Ryzen 5 4500U with enough RAM runs like clockwork and leaves the Core i5 10510U behind with 60 to 75% difference. While using apps that are not optimized to use all available cores simultaneously, such as working in Microsoft Word or some general Photoshop operations, the difference in performance are insignificant and are reduced up to 2 to 5% in favor of AMD. Photoshop is able to use GPU to accelerate some operations like image size, bird's eye view, blur effect, noise reduction, and etc. So in jobs where all the CPU resources and graphic cores assistance are used, AMD Renoir is definitely better and faster solution. We can't help but mention gaming performance in this comparison. With the arrival of the Ryzen 4000 Renoir series, AMD has enabled us to play on ultra-thin computers, while under the same conditions, Intel is virtually unusable with its integrated graphics. AMD is so good that it can compete with systems where the Intel platform is enhanced by a separate GeForce MX 250 solution that uses a dedicated video memory. Such laptop models are generally significantly more expensive than today's IdeaPad 5, which should definitely be kept in mind. In this particular case, the IdeaPad 5 in combination with AMD Ryzen 4500U processor allows gaming even at full HD resolution, even better if you attach an external monitor, but with an obligatory degradation of graphic details to a low to a medium level. We measured an average of 57 frames per second in Fortnite, though Apex Legends was too much for this platform and delivered 27 frames, which at times becomes painfully slow and would lead to a premature elimination and the direct clash with the enemy. The situation is better in Valorant with an average of 110 frames per second, and is also played very nicely in Dota 2 title on the medium details, where we recorded an average of 100 frames per second. And let's not forget that these results were accomplished in an ultra-light notebook, which was not possible on Intel laptops except on some exclusive models. Also, the processor and graphics cores are producing noticeably less heat. After several hours of testing and gaming benchmarks, we recorded a maximum value of 70 degrees for the CPU, while the average temperature was at 66 degrees. At the same time, the graphics core did not exceed the maximum of 62 degrees Celsius. Under the same conditions, the Core i5 10510U went up to 93 degrees, while the maximum of the GeForce MX 250 graphics processor was 83 degrees Celsius. When we talk about temperature on the surface of the device and the feeling under the fingers, we measured 38-39 degrees in the area of WASD buttons, while on the right it was significantly cooler with 33 to 34 degrees. We measured the same value in the palm rest area. The warmest zone in the right part of the exhaust vent closer to the screen with 40 degrees, all during gaming when the APU processor is at maximum load. The release of the AMD Ryzen 4000 platform is a real refreshment and definite improvement for this class of light notebooks, as seen on the example of the new Lenovo IdeaPad 5 model. The price of $900 is still a bit higher than expected, but at the moment it is affected by the whole pandemic situation, with slower flow of the goods, which cause additional transport and procurement costs. Also, keep in mind that these computers are configurable, so in our case there was an IPS screen, 16 GB of dual channel RAM at 3200 MHz, an effective fast charger, 2-level backlight on the keyboard, chassis made entirely of aluminum alloy without any ABS plastic, and etc. And finally we come to our review conclusion. Intel has held on this part of the market for a long time, and the lightweight notebook segment has been practically the last bastion of the Core processor until this moment. However, it was only a matter of time before AMD arrived and changed things up. AMD 4000 Renoir not only successfully parries in the area of the processor demanding tasks, but also in the graphically accelerated applications. At the same time, the 7nm process clearly shows that AMD consumes less energy and requires less complicated cooling systems that can greatly increase the cost of making compact notebook models. To simply put it, AMD has become not only more competitive, but also better when put to the test. Thank you for watching our review of the Lenovo IdeaPad 5. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to our channel and also liking and commenting on our video. Stay tuned to Bench House, and I will see you next time.